Welcome to this episode of Living in Toledo. This is John. Hey. And I'm Vicki Fesh. We're the Feshes, and we want to answer your questions and just put your mind at ease about all things real estate. And today we're going to focus on
buying in a seller's market. What I love is when Vicki says, we're going to try to put your mind at ease. And in this market, it's so difficult to put your mind at ease when you are on the buy side, because you are dealing with such low inventory. So many sellers have so many buyers knocking at their door, writing multiple offers. And there are some great angles you can take, and we thought we'd bring that to you today.
One of the things that you need to know when you're looking to buy a house, especially if it's your first house, is that you need to choose a lender that you are comfortable with. And people sometimes get put off when we say the first thing you need to do is talk to a lender. They don't want to have their credit pulled. Yeah, they don't. They're standoffish. They're like, oh, I'm not there yet. I don't want to do that yet. But we feel strongly that that is the first step in buying a home, is knowing exactly what you can afford and knowing what your rates are going to be, what your terms are going to be.
But it's amazing to me how many times purchasers have actually said they don't want to have their credit pulled. They're afraid what it's going to do to their credit, how it might damage their credit. And they sit back on their hands and watch this market go by and miss out on opportunities. When in fact, that is exactly what you need to do, is speak with these lenders and get with them to get yourself situated with a price point that you know you're comfortable with, and then we can take it one step at a time from there. And your lender can help you understand how it's not going to hurt your credit, or at least damage it enough to make a negative effect. Yes.
And the lenders know if there's a program out there, if there's a grant money that you don't know about, if you're a first responder. Right. Sometimes there's money that you could buy a house today that you thought there's no way I can do it today.
Homes for Heroes.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's so many programs out there that make it so that you can buy a home. You can be a homeowner, but you have to start, in our opinion, with a local lender that knows what they're doing.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever had someone look at you and honestly say they know they could never afford a home because they believe their credit is so damaged from their past that they don't even want to give it a shot?
Over and over. Yeah.
I hear it and it breaks our heart, because our lenders, the teams that we work with, can walk you step by step through processes to help you actually get beyond your low credit and build to a level that will get you back on track and get you into that house. So even if it takes a year, what's a year right now? 12 months. It'll go by like this.
Yeah, it does.
Talk to us and we can help you and guide you to a lender that can work with you and your credit. So now you found yourself a lender and you feel pretty confident about your buying power. So what's the next step? And at this point, it's time, in our opinion, to establish yourself with a professional realtor, a local realtor, and not necessarily us, and not necessarily somebody that might be new to the business, because some of those new agents are actually on a team and they have mentors and they have support along the way. But finding that agent that can represent you, and a term you're going to hear called your fiduciary, working in your best interests, understands not just the market. And when we say that, that's very general. We're talking about how can we put you in the best position to have the seller jumping at your offer. That's why you need somebody who's professional, who's established and experienced. And if they're new to the business but they're on a team, they're going to get that team leader to support you and support them at the same time.
Yes. So once you have the lender in place, then you've worked on your realtor. Doesn't have to be us, but it could be.
Like that.
We love that. But if it's not, that's okay. But you need to have someone represent you in this transaction. The thing I always tell people is don't call on the sign. Please don't call on the sign.
So why? I mean, they're driving down the street. It's a hot market. They see a sign go up. Why wouldn't they?
Because that person that has the sign in the yard, they represent the seller. They're not going to represent you as the buyer. You're going to walk into that and they're going to take care of their client and no one is going to take care of you. So always, always know, yes, there's a sign there. Call your realtor that you have just created a relationship with. They will make an appointment for you. They will represent you and show you anything that maybe their eyes can catch. Experience catches cracks. Experience it catches all kinds of things that you may not know about. So please, please, please don't call on the sign. And if you like this video,
share it.
Yeah.
You know, you might not be in the market, but you're listening to us now, watching what we have to say, and you might know of a family member or a friend who is in this position right now that could use a little guidance. Share this with them.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. And we look forward to doing the next episode of
Living in Toledo.